OMEN is a true Valorant agent wildcard. He has insane potential to sneak up on the enemy team and get multiple kills without them even understanding what happened. That being said, he's a very difficult character to master, so in this video, let's break down each and every one of his abilities as well as give you tips and tricks on how to start popping off with them right away. If you want Valorant daily content, do yourself a favor and smash that subscribe button. We're gonna be pumping it out day after day, so don't miss out. Anyways, enough talking. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? So the first ability that we have to talk about is his signature ability, Dark Cover. Now, Dark Cover is gonna have 2 potential charges, but you get 1 free per round, and it has only a 30-second cooldown, so you could potentially build up to 2 charges and use multiple charges throughout the round. Now, what Dark Cover does is it actually shoots a shadow smoke with an indicator. Think of it like a shadow smoke that you have a lot of flexibility about where you place it. On top of it, you'll see in the top left of the minimap exactly where it is, so you can easily set up through the indicator exactly where you want to throw it. It's extremely long lasting, and a point that I really need to make about this is that unlike a lot of other abilities where you get to use the smokes once or twice around, the fact that you get multiple charges with this means that you can use it to potentially push a point or hold a point, and if you need to rotate later on, you'll still have something to engage with and deny LOS from the enemy. Very important, and I think it's an underlooked aspect of this ability. Having smokes for the beginning fight and potential rotations later on is very powerful. Now let's talk about the ability that really combos with this ability, his next ability, Shrouded Step. Now, Shrouded Step has 2 potential charges. It has a range indicator of where you'll actually teleport. It has a certain cast time, but as you cast it, you teleport to the location assigned. Now, teleporting right out in the open is probably going to get you killed if you're teleporting into enemy lines, but something really cool about Shrouded Step is you can actually teleport into your dark cover extremely easily. Because you know exactly on the map where dark cover is and where you're going to teleport with Shrouded Step, you can set up all these plays like throwing multiple dark covers and going into one and teleporting into the next. You can do something like Dark Cover Heaven, which is like the high ground, and you can easily teleport in there, create plays where you actually sneak behind the entire enemy lines and set up plays where you pretty much get right behind them and they don't even expect it. Being able to flank the enemies with these 2 abilities together is something that no other character can do, and the potential for impact here is extremely high. Now let's talk about the next ability on our list, which is Paranoia. So, Paranoia is nothing too flashy, but essentially what it is it's a straightforward projectile that if it hits enemies, it will reduce their range of vision of all the players it touches. It can go straight through walls. That means you can combine it with other abilities that gain information, just like the Recon Arrow from Sova. I don't think that this ability is one of his most powerful or unique, but it definitely has its uses just like everything else. I think that the other abilities have much higher potential for playmaking, that being said. Now let's talk about his last, but certainly not least ability, Ultimate from the Shadows. Now, what does From the Shadows do? It's an ability where you look on a map similar to Brimstone's Cloud Smoke map. Essentially, you look at the map of the whole playing field, and it's a global teleport. You can literally teleport wherever you want to on the map. Now, it does take some time. There's some cast time. And when you teleport to a location, you're going to be a shade or like an ethereal being for a little bit of time. And if an enemy kills you, it will just stop the teleport and the teleport won't happen. You can't shoot while you're this ethereal thing. So you definitely need to teleport where no one's at. If you teleport right on top of an enemy, they're just going to shoot you. They're going to cancel your teleport and you're going to get no value. Now, that's not to say that this ability is weak, because it's not. It's so powerful. The first thing that you can do is you can combo with his Dark Cover. You can set up scenarios where you throw his Dark Cover or a Shadow Smoke, and you can potentially teleport to that easily, trick an enemy or surprise an enemy out of nowhere. On top of it, this ability allows him to flank from literally any location. You can flank to the enemy high ground, you can flank behind their team. There's so much potential to set up these flank plays with this ultimate. And on top of that, it's really good for quick rotation. If you're defending one location, you can easily go and help your allies if they're getting pushed up by multiple people. You can basically turn a 1v3 into a 2v3 or even up a matchup. So being able to fix your positioning to help your team or to be at the right place at the right time with this ability is also extremely huge. So not only can it be used to help your teammates, but it also can be used to make plays. And I think all in all, this just plays into his kit about being this sneaky character. And the question that you might have on your mind is OMEN right for you? Well, OMEN is like the sneak god. He is the god of sneaky plays. He's the god of setting up these scenarios where you get to kill enemies without them knowing what the heck happened. They think they're winning, they think they're good, and out of nowhere, you just come lurking and kill them all. When enemies are up against a good OMEN, they have to expect that anything can happen. They are literally frightened because at any time, you could be behind them, you could take their high ground, you could sneak up behind them with ease. He's a true wildcard that can end up in your backline out of nowhere. Of course, he has a very high skill cap. Learning how to master his Dark Cover with his Shrouded Step and his ultimate all together will be a pretty high learning curve. But if you can tap into that potential, you could be a huge playmaker for your team. He's great. If you want to put the time and effort into practicing him, you could become a threat that any team is extremely scared of dealing with. If you like content just like this, I'm gonna ask you to please smash the subscribe button. We're pumping out daily uploads on this channel, coming on the ground floor of this soon-to-be huge channel. All that being said, if you have any questions, or if you have specific characters that you want me to start pumping out guides over, definitely let me know in the comments down below. That's all we got for you today. I'm Coach Mills, and until next time,